Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. On today's episode, we are joined by Gavin, also known as SquiddKidd. How are you doing today, Gavin?
I'm good, Josh. How are you, man?
Oh man, we are out here enjoying this weather, hoping either hot or cold will stick. That's how it is up here in Bowling Green, unfortunately.
Absolutely,
We got
man.
the cold.
It's getting a little chilly down here.
So, oh yeah, that's kind of shocking. You'd think, being a little bit more south, you'd kind of be enjoying a little bit more heat longer than we would.
Yeah, I'd hope so too. I'm sure some of my buddies down in Florida are having a good time because they ain't got to worry about none of that, especially the Daytona area. But down here, I mean, last 2 days been getting up to 71, which is shocking. But then at night it'll get down to like 48. So got to turn the AC on during the day and then turn the heat on at night. Kind of
Yeah.
kind of sucks. And all my buddies are out riding still. I'm like, man, put them bikes up, man. It's November. We're almost halfway through November. Like, come on.
So, for our viewers that might not be familiar with you or your show, I guess you can kind of talk about, of course, you are a professional bike racer, and I guess we'll touch on that first. So, what kind of got you into riding?
So, well, disclaimer: I don't want to claim myself as professional. Okay, so I
Okay.
just I do it for fun, man.
Yeah.
I love the sport. I mean, there's way more people qualified than me, 100%. I just have a passion for it. So my show is called the SquiddKidd Chronicles, and I just did it for fun, man. I just love to have a good time. I mean, I've always loved content. I grew up watching YouTube all the time. I've been a big gamer myself. I've always watched TV shows, movies, played all kinds of games. But for the motorcycle aspect, I love combining the two, like how y'all do with this podcast. It's really a good idea. And I'll give a little background how I got into it. So I've been very fortunate is both of my parents were bikers. And that's why I hear a lot of days is that, but my parents will kill me if I get a bike, man. I can't get one or nothing like that. My mom will cut me off. And I'm like, well, man, fuck your mom. My mom, she way better than that. She like, man, I rose up. I got a picture, man. I wish I could show it. And now I'm like 2 months old, and my mom's like a freaking looks like a supermodel on this it's a '04 Gixxer 600 that was black and
Okay,
yellow.
cool.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so yeah, she was the hot biker mom, and my dad used to race and wear a. And so both of my parents, loved the sport. We've always loved cars. My grandpa's had exotic cars and stuff like that from buying and selling. But my dad, he had a Gixxer 1000. He had a Honda Blackbird at one time too. My mom had one as well, and she had
Cool.
a Gixxer. So it's always been a part of the family, man. We've always been at the track or just doing something motorcycle related. So I've been very fortunate. My grandpa was like the Harley guy, and old Honda CB 750 guy. Had all them old bikes and stuff,
Cool.
very classic. So yeah, I've always been into it, man. I've always loved the sport, man. I live for motorcycles or anything, car related as well.
Yeah, you got any like specific brands or even cars, like certain manufacturers, brands, types of bikes, naked, sport. What are you into?
Um, for motorcycles, I mean, I mostly personally I stick with the big four, which is
Yeah.
Honda, Suzuki,
Mm-hmm.
Kawasaki, Yamaha. That's just four I know how to work on and kind of deal with. And of course, my big pinpoint I love is Suzuki. I love the GSXR brand because my
Yeah,
dad
I got
had
a
one. I'm
coworker
sure.
like that.
Yeah, I'm sure my dad had some kind of bias towards me to get to that, which he grew up a Honda guy, and I love Honda. I mean, I had a CB,
Yeah.
like a little CRF 50
Yeah.
Honda when I was like
Mm-hmm.
5 years old. Started riding at two, and 2 to 5 I was on the Honda, and then I got a KX 65 two stroke, and I thought it was the fastest thing in the world until I was
Cool.
about 16 years old on that thing, being a little tall boy on it, and then but yeah, I just always I loved green. That's my favorite color. So I thought I'd be a Kawasaki fan. Then I look at Gixxers, man, and see the lifestyle and just how they sound and how they
Mm-hmm.
look and how aggressive they look. I'm like, man, this looks awesome. And so then it became a Suzuki fanboy. Man, I could show you how much. I got like 3 Gixxer hats. I mean, I got a lot of Moto America merch. This is brand new. They just sent this to me, by the way. Moto America shop.
Cool.
Appreciate that. Yeah, they sent this to me, man, as an affiliate. So just got it in today,
Shout
but
out.
just no, yeah, I love Suzuki though, and Moto America, they're a great brand as well too.
Yeah. Suzuki has a very image that I can just picture in my head anytime I think of Suzuki,
No, absolutely.
And as far as Honda goes, man, I don't know anyone who dislikes a Honda product.
No, absolutely. Honda, they make great cars as well, which of course I know them
Mm-hmm.
mostly for motorcycles like the CBR 600 and CBR 1000, which I feel like are highly
Mm-hmm.
underrated because I don't
For
see I don't
sure.
see enough of them, man. But and plus they're cheap. They're cheap bikes. I mean, you can find one for like $3,000. That's a street bike, but hopefully, and pray to God, it ain't ratted
Yeah.
out or nothing. And hopefully, it's got a title or something on marketplace. You never know what you're gonna find on there. And so on there, just and they're reliable too. I mean, I feel like I'd prefer a
For
Honda
sure.
CBR if I didn't buy a Gixxer. I mean, I love Honda. Maybe there's the argument that they're a little underpowered compared to the rest of the other three, but I mean, it's not
Yeah.
a, it's not a huge difference, man. It's going to come down to rider ability, man. I see plenty of
Yeah.
fast people.
I think people get too hung up on that power number. Same thing with cars.
Mhm.
There's so much more that goes into, especially racing, than just a power number. I'm sure. I mean, a lot of it. It goes into so much, and I mean, we could probably spend hours talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like with a bike though, like bikes are in a whole different ballgame whenever it comes to
Hmm.
speed. It's just like you think of a bike
Yeah,
and you're like, they have two speeds, fast and faster. Like that's just bikes are just so, especially like, talking about a street bike, they are so extremely fast. But I mean, Jordan knows way more about the bikes than I do, but man, these even like the 1000s, man, they are golly, it's just insane because around our friend group or our bike group that we hang out with, I don't think anybody has a 1000, right, Jordan?
Thomas does, but it's the power commander keeps acting up, so he'll get passed by a 400 half the time. It's funny, but yeah, no, I don't think everyone's got 600s. Jared has a KTM 1290, so I mean, yeah, it's the leader bike technically, I guess, but not in the same sense.
Well, I mean, to make your friend feel better, that's completely normal in my line of work. I mean, if you get passed by 400 and you're on a 1000, well, what can you do, man? I mean, he's going to smoke you in
Yeah,
that corner. So, I mean,
for
nothing
sure.
there. So that's normal to me. But hey, maybe if you're on the street going straight, you got an issue there, man.
That's yeah,
You
that's
got a
where
big
it was
issue.
at.
And yeah, you're talking about that KTM 1290, man. I got a buddy of mine named Taylor, and he tracks ride with all of us, and then he's got one of those, man.
Hmm.
That thing's flying, dude. We were running intermediate at Polecat in Lynchburg, Tennessee,
Hmm.
about I'd say a month ago now. And man, we were coming down the Hillzilla, which is just it comes down this big old hill, man. And you're probably in third going like 120, 130 ish. When you're at the bottom, you're down
Yep.
at 150, and we're going. And he just pulled me like, and I'm on a Gixxer 750, and we're just going. And he's pulling me like nothing, dude. He's got about double my horsepower, it feels like, and that torque, man. That KTM will
Yeah.
just eat, man. He just so
My
it's crazy,
coworker tracks
crazy.
his. His is full carbon. I mean, it's a ultralight wheels.
Mhm.
It's pretty built, tuned. I've never really was into bikes, and I kind of worked around these guys, and they got me into it. So it was really cool. I never really was into it growing up. I was always into cars, and a coworker was selling a '07 R6, and I had some cash, and I was like, yeah, I think
Right.
I'm gonna buy that.
So is that what you got now?
So
Is the
that's
R6?
yeah. I might upgrade.
Mhm.
I don't feel like I need to upgrade to a bigger bike. I honestly think about downsizing quite a bit.
Right. I don't blame you on that. I mean, an R6 is great. I mean, shoot, if you wanted to, man, and wanted to have fun since you're on Bowling Green, go to NCM like we were talking about
Yeah,
earlier. And because I think you'd have a lot of fun and learn a lot about it, and then be like, man, that's R6. I might want to keep it, man. It does great on the track because that's what everybody swears by is the R6
yeah.
is the perfect track bike, and I stand behind that because there's something about the R6 I've always been told that has just their red line and their power
Hmm.
band is different than any other bike, and I could stand behind that watching videos and
I
researching.
gotta say,
So.
I really love it just on the
Mhm.
street. It's been fun.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, like I remember whenever we were in Mexico, me and one other guy both making, north of 800 horsepower, and Jordan's like right on us, like the
Yeah, and
same distance he
I'm
started
sprocketed
with.
down too, so
Yeah.
I'm not for highway.
Yeah, no, it's a great bike, and plus, R6 has got discontinued. I believe it's in 2022, and so their market has
Yeah,
shut up sadly. So I mean, if you're trying to buy a R6, you better might as well just go buy a BMW S1000 for the price they're going for. It's stupid.
yeah.
It's so stupid how
Yeah.
much they're going for, man. So it's all like that kind of the bike scene. Same with Gixxers, man. Gixxers are way
I got a
overpriced.
coworker with I don't know what year exactly. I think a 0102 Gixxer 600, and I got the guy with the Aprilia. He's really been wanting to buy his Aprilia or another. So it's been real funny. We've been looking on Marketplace a
Mhm.
lot. We found one bike that we're pretty sure was stolen, and he's really thinking about buying it just to part it out. Like y'all are crazy. It's
Oh,
funny. They're like, yeah, we're gonna lowball him for $200. It's just a frame and like it's half of a bike.
oh man, I got
Uh,
so many just funny stories because with track bikes or race bikes, man, you don't give a damn if it's like
Oh, you don't care
stolen.
about title,
Nah.
yeah.
So my funniest story, man, is my first track bike I bought was a '09 ZX6R, the only Ninja I ever bought. It's
Yeah.
600.
And that was a 600, right?
Yeah,
Oh
it was. It
nine
was.
or
It was a
yeah,
600, not the 636. I bought it thinking it was a
yeah.
636, but I realized the 600 is like, dang it, man, I'm losing 36 cc, and so I didn't care, man. I went to Dallas, Georgia, to pick that up, about 2 hours from my college town, and go pick it up. And the dude, like, you had to start it with a screwdriver. The pictures, it was like, the pictures, it was just clearly washed, and it was all busted up from clearly being
hmm
wrecked. And the story was, this was the funniest part. The story was the dude had it, he somehow GTA 5 the thing and stole it from the tow yard when it got towed, and ran from the cops on it, and he got away from GSP of all people, and then they found him at his house and took the bike back. That's the story. In my opinion, I feel like
Wow.
that's bullshit, but I mean, that's one crazy
Dude ran
story.
from
Just through,
GSP.
yeah, and ran away on that bike. This dude had to be some kind of cracked out dude or something. But I bought that bike for $1,500. Dude wanted $3,000. I said, dude, I come get it for $1,500 a day. He said, come on. I said, all right, let me come check it out. And this dude who I bought from looked like some just like MGK dude, like knockoff. So
Ha.
yeah, it's one of them dudes. And so I rode it down the road, turned around, came back. I said, all right, good enough for me. Gave him the cash, took it home. And so within a week, I replaced all the brakes on it. I did a flush. It had some good tires on it. It had Michelin GPs, which are good track tires. So I left them on, and they were in date. And then the front was busted up and everything. And so what me and my
hmm
dad did is we took some old CBR plastics and cut it out to fit the front end, and took some cardboard
Ha.
and put it over the CBR plastics and duct taped the whole front end together. And that
Oh my
was the
god.
track bike fairing, and we put 22 on the front, my racing number, and it was all it was just I was still new to track riding, so I bought it for a novice day at Barber Motorsports
Yeah.
Park, and just I mean, dude, it rode phenomenal though, dude. It rode great all day, and the tires the brakes were fantastic. It rode phenomenal, but then I looked at the numbers and like, oh shoot, I need to throw like 1,500 more bucks in it for Hot Bodies racing fans. I'm gonna sell this bike for $3,000 and go buy another one. And somehow I got that bike for $3,000 after putting like 500 bucks in it. And the funniest thing
Oh, wow.
is when I sold that bike with no title, and it had the kill switch eliminator. Like I got rid of the whole ignition
hmm
and just you did it with the kill switch. The dude who came
Yep.
bought it out of Gunnersville, Alabama. He ran from the cops that day when I told him to be careful on the way home, and hit a fire hydrant. I have the video. I'll send it to y'all. He hit a fire hydrant and towed the bike and got arrested. Within a week,
Holy shit.
within a week, he
Oh
called
my
me
god.
and be like, "Yeah, man, do you have the bill of sale or title or anything like that?" And I'm thinking like, no, dude, I ain't got nothing for the bike. You know what I mean? So just I can't really help you out there. So yeah,
Oh,
it
you're
just
fine.
yeah, it was that's probably my craziest story is the dude ran to a
That
fire
is
hydrant. So
hilarious.
That is
I mean,
wild.
I hope he was all right. It seems like he
no,
was,
he
but
was
man.
no dude. The video I have, he got like full on tackled. Like he like when he hit the fire hydrant, he got up and tried to run away, and the two Guernsville police officers running and freaking tackling him. Like it's all on camera, like football action style. So yeah, it's pretty
Man.
crazy. And yeah, it
Man,
definitely
I had
something.
my coworker had a MT-09. Well, he still has it, but we were riding out, man, one day, and he's a little bit of a stunt rider. I wouldn't
Mhm.
say he's like crazy stunt rider, but he's popped a wheelie in front of me, dude, and man, I don't even know if the story may not be out public, but just because
I'm
of
kind of
certain
shocked you're saying
things,
anything
yeah,
about it.
and I guess we can edit it out if not. But anyways,
Go ahead.
he came back too far, and came back on him, and that was the first wreck I've ever seen, and I about ran him over because I was pretty close behind him. I don't know if you've probably never been to Bowling Green aside from NCM. Old Scottsville Road by any chance?
No, Sally, we did go into it to check out that free aviation museum because we looked up free
Oh
stuff to
yeah,
do in Bowling Green, and that popped up, and we're like, all right, we're going to
yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
There's this one road, man, and we call it the Mini Dragon. It's like the mini tail of the dragon.
oh
We
wow.
hit it, but it's on the street, so I don't try to get real crazy or
Mhm.
nothing. But yeah, that's like the Mini Dragon of Bowling Green's what I call it, anyways.
Have y'all been to the
Yeah.
Dragon?
I've been in my Camaro. I never went on the bike. It was before I had it.
It's way more fun on the bike, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
But you ever been to Dragon Racer Camp? That's where we stayed at with Isfahan.
Sadly, I've not. I've never heard of it. Is it near the dragon?
He's
I'm
really
assuming.
cool. It's right off the dragon. You go to this dude. He's got like these little, you call them cots almost. It's like these little like sheds, and they got a bed on each side, and you
Mhm.
just camp out there, and he'll cook you food. Like he's
Oh
not from the
wow.
States, so he'll cook like a native dish to where he's from, and he'll sit there. He's raced professionally. He's a really cool guy,
Wow. Okay.
and he'll go hit the dragon with you and stuff. He's just a cool guy. You should really check him out.
You remember his name by chance?
It's Fawn Pollock,
Tom Pollock.
and it's called DRC Dragon Racer Camp.
Okay, I have to look that up, man. That sounds like something right up my alley. I've never
Yeah,
heard that
he
before.
is cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, you would definitely like to talk to him, I'm
Oh,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah. I wish I had a street bike now. That'd be good to go back again.
Yeah.
I do miss
Yeah,
mine a
it
little
doesn't
bit.
shock me at all that you've been to the Dragon. That seems to be like the destination for like any like vehicle enthusiast, whether you're
Yeah.
bike,
Oh, for
car, or
sure.
whatever.
Yeah. Well, if I got some time, let me put it this way. The dragon is great and all. I love the dragon. So I used to be like, man, I love dragon. I want to go to dragon, dragon, dragon. And so one of my
Yeah.
best friends who I track ride with, who I got into it with, his name's Josh, and he is like, I call him a professional road captain on a bike. Like he's been there, done that, pretty much everywhere,
Yeah.
all over the country. And so, and the
Yeah.
greatest thing too, he's like, he's 40 years old and he's still riding a sport bike. Most people like, all right, I'm hanging it up, I'm getting the Harley or the Indian, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
And then
cruiser.
so yeah, I mean we all ride together, have a good time. And so when we went to the Dragon, he actually showed me there's way more than the Dragon, man. So for example,
Yeah.
when we went to the Dragon, we came up. So we started in Jacksonville, Alabama, where I'm at now, at my college town,
Hmm.
at Jacksonville State University. So we went through. I can't remember the highway names. I just know where we ended up. We went to Suches, Georgia, and a lot of locals will kind of know that around the area. We call it Blood Mountain, and it's a phenomenal riding spot. Like it's because once you get in that area, because Bowling Green, that area, I'm sure not far. You got all these curvy roads all the way to the Dragon, but from
Hmm.
here going up in that northwest Georgia area, it's nothing but curvy roads like that. North Carolina, Tennessee, beautiful roads, all curvy. You just I love the backpack camp, man. So I strapped my bag
Yeah.
down, and me and him, he had a BMW K1300, and I was on my '07 Gixxer 1000, which was yellow, and we just went up there and just had a blast the whole weekend. We left on Friday morning, so we camped at Two Wheel Suches, and they have like a little museum there, and it's a diner too. So we stayed there tonight. Got up, rode Blood Mountain, kept going north, hit Moonshiners 129 or 121, something like that, and it leads to the Dragon. We got to Robbinsville, stayed the night at the Dragon, met some cool people. We met this dude named um I want to say his name. Yeah, Knucklehead. I'm not sure if you ever seen him. He has a pit bull on the back of his bike. He's like on a Harley adventure
I've
bike.
seen him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a
I know who
cool
you're talking
dude.
about.
Yeah, he's got an eye patch and everything. I met
Hmm.
Moto Bros. Me and Moto Bros talk frequently. The two
Yeah.
Supermoto guys who are always at the Dragon. I met Ant Aprilla. I'm not sure you know who that is. He does the Dragon all the time. Him and
Mm-mm.
Ant Man Moto, they're on Aprillas. And I was actually
I think I've heard of Ant Man Moto.
I want to say Ant Aprilla. I don't know if he comes. I know he does the track, but he never come to Polecat. But Moto Bros, Ant Man Moto, a lot of them guys go to Polecat because it's like an hour and a half from the Dragon. Like it's not that far. And
Yeah.
but a lot of these guys, I was actually in Ant Aprilla's video because I was squidding out because these dudes are in full leather suits, and I had like 2 track days in my belt, and I show up in like a jeans and a t-shirt. And I was keeping up with the locals, and this dude the whole time when he's behind me was just trash talking me. Man, your body position's so
Dang.
wrong. Oh man, I have to send you a video. Dude,
Oh
it's
man.
such a funny video, man. Look it up. But yeah, like for 10 minutes straight, he's just shitting on me. And that's actually where I got my name, man. So Ant Man, if you're listening, I appreciate you giving me my calling to start my own freaking my own kind of branding with SquiddKidd because that's what he kept calling me because it's like, oh man, he's about to crash, man. And I drug my boot one time and checked up a little bit. He's like, oh man, he's about to go down. He's about to low side, man. These squids need to calm down. These young squids. So yeah, man. So it's funny. It's funny how that all works out, man. You really
Yeah.
That's
small
really
world
cool.
out there. It really is a small world out there, man.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. We had a coworker. He crashed on the Dragon and rode back. He broke his collarbone at the Dragon and rode back.
Yikes.
He sadly passed away this year, but it's completely unrelated to riding, which is very
Mm-hmm.
surprising. He was from California and always rode back in the '90s and I
Mm-hmm.
think even the '80s. He's like 60 and he still rides sport bikes, dude. He was crazy fast.
Mm-hmm.
He always wrecked and never got hurt.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. He had a Ninja I always wanted to buy off. I think it's a 98, 99, green with white. And I always, that was like, if I get a bike, I wanted that one.
Yeah, Josh just picked up because he's a big car guy too. He's big into them. I think it's Nissan 350Zs. I want to say
Okay,
that's the
yeah.
Oh
right
yeah,
car. I feel
yeah,
bad. I'm not super inclined about everything car
no, you're
related, but
good.
just
Yeah,
but he had one of those back in the day, and he just bought another one, and it just a turd. So he's like, well, I need to get rid of this. So this dude, I hit up this dude on Marketplace for him, and he had a ZX, so like a '96 ZX7R. And so that's like
Okay.
an old school sport bike. It looked pretty nice.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Josh was trying to get rid of this car anyway, so I hit him like, "Hey, I got a three. My dad's got a 350Z." I was joking that we could trade it, and he was open to it. So he traded that bike for the 350C, and he just wanted to work on it and get a project bike and or project car. And then we got a project bike, and we've done the fork seals to it and different things here and there. And
Yeah.
Josh has been working on it, get it running, but he's trying to get it as a show bike, and he's definitely going to get it done. He wants to like take it to Barber Motorsports Park and show it off during the Vintage
Oh,
Fest next
cool.
year, stuff like that, or Mid Ohio, because they have a Vintage Motorcycle Festival too. And but I mean, it looks great, really, but it's definitely gonna be a one of one bike. It's only got like 12,000 miles on it, so I think he got a good
Dang.
deal. So he's getting parts for it, and everything's working out for him. So he's definitely got it going on for sure.
Yeah, I've done all the work on mine, which isn't a lot, just
Mm-hmm.
tires,
Mm-hmm.
sprockets. Uh, I had the tank off of it when I first bought it because it's full of water and
Yeah.
I had to flush it out. Uh, and my coworker, man, the one with the Gixxer 600, man, he's got buddies from all over where his hometown is, and Champaign, Illinois, and some people in Indiana, and they'll come down and
Mm-hmm.
he'll just take their project bikes and store them, and they'll kind of work on them. So it's funny. He's always got something.
I always tell him, I'm like, so what you're saying is, if I ever get into bikes, I can store it there. He's like, oh yeah, 1,000%,
Yeah.
because he knows I want a Jixer real bad.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, props to you, Jordan, because already you're like better than half the people I know. Because a lot of people don't work on their bikes, man. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? I
Yeah,
kind of like would want to save money. I'd
for
always joke with
sure.
people if I ever get rich one day, I hope I'm the richest rich person alive because I know how to freaking spend money or not spend money. I know how to save money.
Save
I can
money.
spend
Yeah.
money, but like my spending money is going to be on stuff that is, probably a track day is going to be my spending. But I could probably fix my bike
Mm-hmm.
up, get some good repairs for like $100 compared to some people buying 500 and don't even need it. Like I swear, some of these street
Mm-hmm.
kids, man, you'll see them. Like I know a bunch of them, and they have more of a race bike than they do than I have, and that's pretty embarrassing. Not gonna lie lie to
Yeah, for
you.
sure.
I
I
mean,
agree.
you got these Brembo brakes, you got your thing tuned, ready to go. Which I mean, I get that for the street, and they got all these
It's
like
cool, but
Olin
you can't
suspension.
even utilize it.
Yeah, exactly, man. You're not even using like a percent of that power, man, or a percent of the suspension, any of that stuff. But hey, more power to you,
Yeah,
man.
I mean
It
they
does
don't even
look
know what
good
trail
though.
braking is or
No,
nothing.
no, no. Which I used to be that. I wish I learned trail braking a lot earlier, man. But
Yeah,
that trail braking, man, will save your life, dude. Gives you
for sure.
so much confidence, man.
I'm still learning, but I wish I had track days I could go to, and I just when my car blew up, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I just ain't spent money on the bike or any events.
I got you, man. Well, look, man, if you ever need anything, hit me up. I'm telling you, I'm always helping people get on the
Yeah,
track, man. I love to coach one day. That's always my dream. My dad used to be a coach for sport bike track time, and I always wanted. I mean, I wouldn't mind being a coach, man. I love helping people out, having a good time, getting people
yeah, for
together,
sure. The
learning.
community's what
Yeah,
it's about.
learning how to
You talk about the
ride.
polecat all the time. Is that like that's like kind of a training facility necessarily, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I've you bring it up in almost every one of your podcast episodes, and I'm like,
Mhm.
dang, what is the polecat?
So this is what's so funny. And Evolve, I'm giving you free advertising. Sponsor me. So Evolve GT is the only guys there who run it. And I mean, first of all, I'd love to say it's I'd say amazing facility because it is, but it's just super backwoods. And to me, I love it. I'm a redneck,
Yeah,
man. I'm from Alabama. I mean, what are you expecting?
Yeah,
I feel you.
I love the country, and I go to this track,
yeah,
man, and it's just you got a track, you got a classroom building, you got showers, and trees all around you. You got barely any cell phone service. You got Wi-Fi. I mean, that's all you need pretty much. And
yeah,
it's a
Yeah.
great track. I mean, it's 19 turns. I want to say it's like uh off the top of my head, I want to say it's 2.3, 2.4 miles in that area.
Okay, so
I mean,
good size.
it's no, it's a good size, really good layout, and they got good things coming because they want to do extra configuration there. And it was the first track I went to, and the reason why I love it so much is me and my buddies, we work the crew for Evolve, so we mostly get free track time.
Okay.
or either that
Oh,
or
cool.
discounted. So no, yeah, that's the best thing you can get is free seat time, dude. So who would
Yeah.
not
For
pass that
sure.
up? And plus, Polecat is not very popular. It's enough for people to keep coming back, but when we go to it, you maybe have like 30, 40 people. I mean, that's not that many for a bike
Yeah.
bike scene, and we know almost everyone there. Like we know the coaches, the
Hmm.
staff, the people who
Mm-hmm.
run Polecat. It feels like a ginormous family. And we love, Gabe at Evolve runs the whole ordeal, him and Russ, and they do a phenomenal job. And we will continue to keep coming back no matter what because it's such a great. I mean, it's like $175. I want to say 180, and that's cheap for like a
Yeah.
track like that to get on because
For sure.
Barber's on an expensive side. I mean, Barber will forever be my favorite track. Like, if I were to choose one to ride every day, would be Barber. But man, that's 365 adds up quick for sure. But I mean,
Oh,
it's
for
it's it's
sure.
so worth it though. If you've never been on Barber, which even you, Josh, as a car guy, man, if you can, I mean, even if you get your car track ready, a car track day, they would be phenomenal too. It's great for car racing as well. I love going there watching the GT World Challenge and the IndyCar racing. Man, it looks super fun on the car. I love to try it one day.
Yeah, my coworker Virgil, I believe he was at Barber like it was like a week or two before he passed, man. He was showing me he got a bunch of gear while he's out there. I was like, man, it seems like so much fun. It's crazy how he was so healthy up like
Mhm.
an hour before he died, he's helping me with my bike. So it's just crazy to me how it happened. And, I wish I could have got some track time with him or even more riding time with him. I really didn't get to ride much with him.
That is the downside to motorcycles, man. It's just like, you're in a car, you got four wheels, and in most cases, you're encased in the car unless you got a convertible. Like, man,
Hmm.
being on a bike is, man, it's almost life and death, especially like being on the track going super high
I feel like
speeds.
the
I mean,
track is a lot safer
It
though. There's a
is.
lot less variables with people.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I know, Gavin, you had a injury, I think earlier this year. Am I right?
I did,
April?
yes. In April when I first got my racing license, so that's what my dad jokes with me. I tell him, man, I'm a racer, man. I'm in wear and all this and that, and I barely like I did like 2 laps on my first race and then got hit, so I'm like just very unlucky, and just broke my leg, and that put me out for like 3 months, and I was just
Oh man.
what kept me driving was I broke my tibia and a spiral fracture just twisted because I went down about 110 and just twisted my leg real
Mm.
good, and so just definitely threw me out of the loop. Mostly, it was more of a mental battle. I mean, physically it was hard, PT
Oh,
and
I
everything,
bet.
but no mental battle, Amanda, because I wanted to quit, but Josh was there with me and my mom. I went back to live with her for a little
Yeah.
bit to be taken care of because I was definitely like bedridden for like I'd say 3 weeks, just hurt pretty bad.
Hmm.
And
Wow.
I wanted to give up, but both of them like, nah, you ain't giving up. Get your ass up, get back out there because this is what you want to do. You want to go pro one day. I
Yeah,
said,
that's
yeah,
a
I
good
do. So
mentality.
and but yeah, I mean, I don't want to quit, man. I got big things coming. I got another job that I just started out, and so I'm trying to get things rolling back because when I got hurt, man, that kind of put me
Yeah.
down a lot, and then now we're trying to get back up. It's going to happen for sure. And but yeah, no, I had that injury, man, and it definitely sucks as being like as a brand new racer. Trying just starting out, just getting up the learning curve and
Hmm.
everything, and having that big of like a injury because usually that happens down the line. Usually is what people say, and that kind of tests you. But man, that was the first thing. But I feel like that's just happened for a reason, and I feel like I was just tested, and hopefully I
Yeah.
overcome my test. So I hope I have good luck because so far I've been having good luck. Because when I went to Polecat last month, I was as fast as I ever was before, man. Like so,
Wow.
here's the funny story. So with how track days work, I'm sure you've heard, maybe Jordan, you have too, with how they do like novice, intermediate, and advanced. Like
Hmm.
that's their
Yeah.
every organization is different. So with my race license, it pretty much was like a monopoly, like get out of jail free card of novice because novice is just BS. I swear all the time when
Hmm.
you're at this level, and when you ride with a new org, you have to work through it, and all waste half your day trying to get bumped and this and that. And so with a
Yeah.
race license, you be like, okay, I'm an intermediate, like immediately. Evolve, not so
Hmm.
much, which I think they kind of knew me too, so they just were making sure I was good to go. And I get that, I appreciate them doing that. But like, I tried to get bumped
Yeah.
2 months ago, and I didn't get it, and because it just, I don't, I was kind of confused. Plus, we had a jacked up, we had like 50 bikes, and novice is too dang much, and I just
Oh,
was like like a sick
wow.
butt going through them. Yeah, it was too big,
God.
and yeah, you wouldn't think that's crazy. That time we had 80 people in intermediate. So I'm glad I went in intermediate
Holy
that day.
crap.
So yeah, it was
God.
it was huge. It was a huge
That
track
was a
day, and that,
busy
yeah, it
day.
was a busy day for Polecat. That was the biggest one of the year. And so last one I got bumped with my good friend Tony Scott. Shout out to him. He's a really good coach, and I mean we did like second session went out. I followed him the whole time, and I felt good because I've been trying to stay active, working out, just doing endurance
Hmm.
training, and getting back to what I was used to before. and kept up with him nicely and got a little tired of the last lap and cooled down. And we come in and he's like, "God, don't worry about it, man. You're bumped. Just I can't bump you until after lunch." And so got bumped immediately. And we took a picture of everything on Facebook. And I got a certificate of my E2, and no other track day does that. Of getting like a certificate. And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm an intermediate, man. Look at me. I'm so happy. I worked so hard for my evolve freaking intermediate when everything else I've gotten bumped same day because it was just the simple process.
Yeah.
It is weird how track days work, man. The coaches got to like you, and they got to know you're doing a good job. You're predictable. Your lines are good, kind of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, after that, dude, here's the funniest thing. So after lunch, I went out with Josh and Taylor and all my buddies, and we get out in intermediate, right? And so I keep up with them, and I had a little bit. I'm gonna admit, I had a little faster pace, because I just pushed myself a lot harder. I really want to just
Mm-hmm.
go, and
Yeah.
to get faster, and so we were going around having a good time battling each other. And this one coach was following me for half the session. And we come in, and he was like a new coach or something. He was just there riding polecat for
Mm-hmm.
his first time. And he comes to me and said, "Gavin, man, have you been evaluated?" And I said, "Oh, no, yeah." Or today, I said, "Yeah, I got evaluated for this." And he said, "No, man, I mean for E3 advanced." I'm like, no.
Hmm.
Well, let me go talk to Owen, which Owen's like one of the fastest guys coaches here, and he's gonna start racing next year, and he's super fast. He's on a KTM 890. He's like, "Well, let me go to talk to Owen, and I'm gonna see if I can get you bumped." I said, "Look, respectfully, sir, I just got bumped to intermediate, man. I ain't trying to get an ego like, oh man, I'm an E3 pace now." So I'm like, I need some
Yeah.
time in intermediate, man. Let me hang out with my buddies and have a good time. He's like, "Well, I'm still going to go talk to him and get a good idea." And I'm like, "Well," because he's like, "Man, I'm giving it my all, keeping up with you, man." I said, "Well, don't give me an ego, man. I want to keep, I'm not the guy where I want to settle, man. I keep thinking, man, there's someone faster than me,
Yeah.
so I can go
Yeah.
faster. I'm not fast enough for someone faster than me." So that's how I look at it, man. It's just that mentality, man, to keep pushing yourself, keep striving for greatness, man. And but yeah, I just thought
Yeah.
that was funny, man. That literally next session, that dude come up and was like, "Yeah, man, you need to be looking to get bumped or something." And I'm like, "Yeah, wait, let me give me a year, give me a year at least,
Yeah.
man." So, but yeah, man, that was very funny, true story, man. It's crazy.
Wanting to get back up on the bull after that kind of an accident, that's pretty commendable. Like that's insane. I
For
couldn't
sure.
imagine like wiping out at like
Yeah.
110 mile an hour. That sounds like death.
Oh well, death was very close. Don't worry, I had a dance with death. I feel like at that point, yeah, because I was in that hospital, man. I can't really tell you the emotions, man. You don't want to experience it. But my outlook
Yeah.
at life is like, man, it could be worse. I could have been paralyzed.
Oh, for
So
sure.
someone in their life couldn't have the opportunity I had that day. That's how I look at it. Some people don't get to live like how I do or you do, like, or people listen how they live. You got to be appreciative for what you got in life. And so I just don't want to give up the
Absolutely.
opportunity because I definitely have the talent, and it made my day when my dad was, because he works a lot too now, and he was at the track day at Polecat, and he was giving me advice and stuff and telling me what to do, and it really helped that day, him being there watching me, us bonding. And I hope he gets back out there riding because he still has his Gixxer 1000. That's like a race bike, but he just is down on the money. But next year, I think his resolution is to get back out there and me and him ride. That'd be very
That's
sentimental for
cool.
me and him to do if we could like chase each other
Oh,
around
for
Barber.
sure.
So it'd be phenomenal for sure.
That would be awesome.
I'd love that.
Especially being he was the one that got you into it. I mean, that's
Hmm.
that's like poetic, man.
Absolutely, it would be.
Our first sponsor today, of course, you know them, you love them, Chemical Guys. They have the best car care products in the game. Of course, my favorite products here, you got the starter kits. I highly recommend the starter kits to any of our listeners because it is the greatest way to get a bulk amount of products. It's just the best bang for your buck. Even the mini arsenal, it comes with everything you need. It's got the honeydew soap, it's got the spray wax, it's got the bucket, the foam cannon, it's got everything you need. Use Cars 10 site wide for 10% off your order. And our next sponsor today is Badass Extension Cords. They've got some of the highest quality extension cords in the game here. Got their outdoor extension cords pulled up. What I really like about them is they have all these customizable colors that you can do, and you can even have unique writing on them to make them say whatever you want to. They've got the 50-foot pro cable with 6 outlets going along the whole entire cord. These cords are some of the highest quality that you have around, you need some of these in your shop. Even the indoor ones, they go all the way up to 100 foot. They go all the way up, all the way down to 25 foot. Why not pick up a badass extension cord for your shop so you can make sure that you do not lack anything whenever it comes to working on your project? You need that for those power tools. You know you do. With that being said, guys, head on over to Badass Extension Cords, pick you up a cord, and use our affiliate link so they know we sent you. Hey, Mustang guys, where you at? I got CJ Pony Parts here for you today, sponsoring the podcast. For all of your Mustang needs, whether you are restoring a 1960s Mustang all the way up to the S650, they've got parts for you. Everything from body parts all the way to your exterior and engine parts. They've got it all. I want you to guys hop on over, look at CJ Pony Parts, see if you can find something for your Mustang today, give you something to do this winter, this summer, finish up the build, and make sure you use our affiliate link so that they know we sent you from the podcast. I want to thank Speedway Motors for sponsoring the podcast. One of my favorite parts, wiring harness. They have a DIY wiring harness, so if you are not that good at wiring, they have a full kit that is a universal. You just pick what circuit you want. It is as simple as you get it. They have a lot of parts for your older cars. It's hard to beat these deals. Some of the best prices, that's always what I've known them for, is the really good prices, the really good quality. So yeah, guys, hop on over there, see if they've got something for your build, and use our affiliate link so they know that we sent you. And with that being said, guys, let's get right back into the topic. So when you're not like ripping it up on the track, I mean, you got a little podcast yourself, don't you? Not even like little, but like you've got a podcast yourself. That's pretty interesting for, like the people listening that might not know that about you. You have like kind of this whole other, you implement motorcycle racing into your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really cool. One notable thing I think's really cool about your podcast is, like, you think so deeply about these songs that you implement into the beginning of your podcast. It's almost like you kind of like the whole episode's theme is around that song. That is like, I think that's the coolest thing ever, man.
Man, I really appreciate that, Josh, man. Thank you, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I half-assed the podcast, because that intro that I usually do took me, I'm not even kidding, that intro took me 4 hours. So I'm glad I was jobless when I did that,
Jeez.
because 4 hours it took me to like figure out, because I was using Audacity and everything, and I kept looking on ChatGPT like, all right, how do I do this, and how do I do this, and how can I convert YouTube videos to MP3s and do all that,
Yeah.
but yeah, the
Yeah.
song of the days, if it gets big enough, I'd like for it to be a community thing. But I'm not gonna lie, I know I've been slacking, I've been off for a month, but if I get time, I'm gonna do another one and try to tell what people's going on, keep up with the Jones and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I got a lot going on, so I've kind of let it percolate. But it's got 11 followers, which is big in my head. I'm like, oh man, 11 people are following me. That's awesome. And then I got like 200 plays within like 2 weeks, so I was very happy on that. I'm like, well, it's getting somewhere. Promoting it to my audience. I try to do anything to build the SquiddKidd brand, because that's what a lot about racing is about. Is how I look at it, and what I've learned from people. It's a business, and you got to have advertising. You got to be likable. People got to love talking to you, engaging with you, loving the brand, the uniqueness.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like a podcast was the perfect opportunity to kind of start on that and get an idea of what to expect and stuff like that. And because I got recommended to try it from a dude who I ran into. His name was Randy Owens, and I'm not sure how much people know who he is, but he is a big time singer for this band called Alabama. For the country band Alabama.
Okay,
He's the singer for that. And so I ran into him in an elevator, because I was working just at my college that day. And he's like, Gavin, where are you from? And I told him I live here, but I'm originally from Coleman, Alabama. And he's like, man, Gavin, you got a good voice. You ever do radio? And I said, no, sir, never thought about it. He's like, man, I got a radio show coming up. And he said they're still alive, and it's been about to hit like their 40th anniversary. And you should look into it. And I'm like, thank you, sir. I look into it, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, man, was he being nice to me, or should I take a multimillionaire, award-winning, Grammy award-winning singer saying I have a nice voice and do something about it? And so that's how I started the podcast. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start a podcast because it's free and fun. I can make it about me, and do music news, motorsport news, racing, mostly motorcycle racing, and also gaming news as well. So
yeah,
I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I like what I really like about your show is, of course we go for an hour, and some other shows. I mean, I listen to a podcast that goes on for 3 hours, but
Yeah.
like your show is so like it's just like the right length. Like and you do such like your segments just feel like they are just the perfect amount of time. You don't
Mhm.
really, it doesn't feel like you're wasting the listener's time. It's just like it's really to the point, and it's just like, dang, like I'm like, man, that was a really good segment. And then it like you go to like a mid roll, and then you talk about something else. It's just I love how much you cover in one. I'm almost envious because it takes me and Jordan, a whole episode to get through something simple. And here you are, like bang, 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 like 5 topics in one podcast. It's like 30 minutes long. I'm like, dang, I wish I could do that.
Well, it's so funny that you say that because I feel like I'm a speed talker saying that because I mean, I thought podcasts should be a little longer, like how we're talking and we're engaging with each
Mm-hmm.
other because it's really hard. I mean, it is kind of hard to talk to myself and, for an audience is how I imagine it. But I mean, I do appreciate that feedback and the compliment. I really do appreciate that. But because I
Yeah.
just thought it was maybe not long enough. But I do like doing that because, and I try to stick to the schedule of 7 a.m. as the joke, because a lot of people probably been listen to wherever, but a lot of my buddies will send me pictures like, "Hey man, listen to your podcast," and they're on the way to work because most of my buddies are blue collar, a lot of my biker buddies, and
Yeah.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, so that's why I wanted to do it in the morning, and so it really brings a smile, seeing them listen to it in the morning. They got like a cup of coffee or something, and instead of listening to the radio, they're just listening to me
Yeah.
yap about something, or and I'm just glad I could be entertaining to somebody. It's just give something different. My own little taste on just different news stories and spices of life, stuff like that. So it's very fun though. I do like it, and I plan to continue doing it. So I want to have guests on my show. So y'all welcome to come on anytime if y'all want. But now
Okay.
I'm
That
gonna
Hey,
sounds
now
like a plan.
throw us on a schedule, buddy.
I might need to start using this though and get some cameras on there and try to for the episode so I can make it interesting. But I know some people I could get on there, some funny people. So a little bit of everything. So and I just love
I can
talking about
definitely
that.
relate to what you were saying with your coworkers listening. I'm a mechanic, so
Mhm.
my coworkers have like a TV in their toolbox, and I see the
Yeah.
podcast playing. I'm like, it's just
Jordan over
like,
here hearing his own voice.
yeah, I'm like, man,
Yeah, funny
that,
enough, so I work at Walmart now, which I mean, people will
mm-hmm.
either shit on it or I'm going to brag about it because Walmart's been good to me. I
Hey,
love
it's
it
a
so far. I
job.
mean, look, it's the first job I've had 5 minutes away from my freaking house, so that's pretty nice for
I'm
one.
I
jealous.
So
wish.
I mean, yeah, I've always like traveled 30, 40 minutes to a job, and so
Yep.
I mean, it pays good, and plus it's overnight, and plus they're not strict, so I throw an earbud in, and that's why I've been listening, man. And so I just listen to podcasts. I listen to a few y'all's. Y'all's is very entertaining, and I
Mm-hmm.
try to find some to pass the time. I listen to that. My other two favorites are I listen to Joe Rogan a lot. To listen because he's always talking to
Yeah,
someone famous.
I like him.
Always trying to listen to him,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, and also I listen to Distractable. If you ever heard of them, because I grew up watching
Oh my
Markiplier.
God,
So
yes.
yeah,
Shout
I
out.
listen,
I
I
love
listen,
Distractible.
I listen to Distractable all the time, man. So yeah, they're very awesome, man. I love listening to
Yeah,
him.
they are.
I remember growing up watching like Lord Minion 7-7 and Markiplier, which I feel
Yep.
bad
Yeah.
leaving Bob out. I don't listen. I didn't never really watch Maestrom, but hey, Bob's still a cool guy. That I love
Hey,
them all.
that
So.
Bob's Fridge though, that's
Yeah,
like the
Bob's
best
Fridge.
episode ever.
Yeah, I actually sad fact though, I've never watched that. I know what it is, but I've never watched the episode. I might need to do it tonight. But
Oh
I
my
know that
God,
one, and
it's
then
so
my
good.
favorite is probably where Mark hates the moon. That was the funniest one to me.
Yep.
Yeah, Mark hates the moon. He just for some
Yeah.
stupid reason on Twitter. So so
That
funny.
man, it's funny because that's kind of like the whole premise of why me and Jordan started a podcast. Not only do like we love video games and cars, but like our idea is our group of you're about the same age as us. Like we're starting to work jobs, long hours,
Hmm.
going to school like you, and sitting down and watching a YouTube video is not necessarily something we have time to do anymore. So it's nice to be able to just like you said pop an earbud in and just work while you consume audio media, like,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's just like Markiplier does. Like I loved watching Markiplier growing up, and now I can put an earbud in it. I can still enjoy Markiplier while I'm at work or
Hmm.
outside in the garage, what have you.
No, exactly. And I agree. Like, for example, I was listening to one last night, and next thing I know, 40 minutes going by, and I'm just, doing truck and throwing some stock and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, he's talking about a story. What was it? I listened to like 3 episodes last night. I want to say is what, yeah. It's like one of the newest episodes is called like, Nah, I Lose. It's like the funniest story part of that night. And just talking about them just fighting, like trying to lose. They're like in like a cage and they're trying to lose and rolling a D&D die and trying
Yeah.
to, trying to
Yeah.
lose, and it's hilarious storytelling. They always got something funny going on. But yeah, next thing you know, they're doing one story, and 40 minutes goes by, and like, oh well, a fifth of my shift gone. So, and I got,
Yeah.
just slaying truck
Right.
away. It makes the time go by fast, man. I love it. It really is. It really is funny.
It's just crazy. Like podcasting just became such a big thing all of a sudden, man.
It's
It's
not
such.
surprising to me, when you think about radios in like big cities, right? Like all these stations like Howard Stern and like it kind of paved the way for podcasting in a way, I feel like.
1,000%. A lot of
Absolutely.
there's one of my favorite podcasts. That's exactly who he pulled like most of his formatting from is from Howard Stern. He really did
Yeah.
pioneer the way. But I do want to talk about a little bit about gaming before we get off here,
Yeah.
because you. I remember specifically in one of your episodes, you mentioned that you felt trapped in your own body whenever you were casted up,
Hmm.
and a real good escape was just sitting down and playing some dang video games. And I was sitting there, my gears were turning. I'm like, what's this dude? What's this dude playing?
Oh man, you ready for me to yap? Here we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
hear it.
So I think my number one game. It's going to sound cliche, but I see my number one game for when I was hurt was Call of Duty. And because the
Yeah.
reason I played it is
Yeah.
because two of my old writing buddies played it with me every day. Man, they check up on me. Gab, how
Mm-hmm.
you feeling? This and this, and that's how I grew close to them over time. And I mean, I had 3 months to kill, man. I did schoolwork on my laptop. I had 3 months to kill, and so just I didn't know what to expect, what to do, and so that kind of did the time away. I did feel trapped, laying in the bed. My mom had to help me, clean me, bathe me, stuff like that during the first 3 weeks, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ashamed to say that, man. I mean, I'm laid up with a broke leg, man. It's
Yeah.
hard. I give credit to her. She helped me a lot, and so that was one. But my number two was Death Stranding. Y'all ever heard of that game?
I think
I
I've heard of
have,
that.
yeah.
So
I don't know if it's supposed to be Daryl Dixon, but I mean,
it
it looks
is.
very,
No,
very
it
similar.
is.
Norman
It
Reedus, yeah,
is. Yeah, Norman Reedus motion caps for him. So that's a phenomenal game, and I played it a lot like my last month because the second one was dropping the end of the month, and I was joking to people like, man, why couldn't I break my leg a month later so I could be laid up and finish Death Stranding and 100% it while I was laid up? Because now I did like half of the game and I still got to finish it, and I'm like, but it's been
and
phenomenal so far. I mean, Death Stranding 2. I mean, I hope it wins Game of the Year. We'll see, and but yeah, that those two are my biggest ones. Call of Duty, I was playing every day. Call of Duty, Fortnite. I mean, what I
Yeah.
mostly play multiplayer games with my buddies. That's why I love
Mm-hmm.
playing.
yeah,
And yeah, I played that one. But yeah, single player wise, I love story driven games, man. Like Call of Duty, or not Call of Duty. Of course, Death Stranding. You ever
Mm-hmm.
played?
I mean, I do think of Call of Duty campaign a lot when it
Yeah.
comes to story, especially the OG Call of
Hmm.
Duties.
I played World War II. I enjoyed World War II campaign, man. It had a great campaign. It was
Yeah,
my
for
favorite.
sure.
yeah.
So that one in Battlefield, I don't feel like Battlefield gets enough credit for its
Oh
for
man,
that. Yeah, I mean it's what is it?
Battlefield One
Battlefield. Yeah, that's
especially
it.
like that
Battlefield
thing.
One. That was my
Yeah.
favorite, dude. That was my favorite campaign. And Battlefield Six
Yeah,
just dropped, and I'll probably get it down the line, stuff like that.
I haven't done the campaign for it yet, but I definitely have been enjoying the multiplayer.
Yeah, and
It's funny how you play single player games because it's really similar. Like you talk about being laid up and playing single player games. I'm the same way. Like there's particular games that I save for like I'm gonna wait until I'm laid up sick for about a week because I want to be able to like dump a solid marathon into a game. Like I hate like sitting super into a single player game and only being able to play for like an hour or two a day. I'm like,
right.
geez, I'm like just getting into it and I gotta get off.
Absolutely. No, yeah, I agree like that. I'm like, man, I'm wasting my time, and it's just how I look at it. And but another one I like to shout out is man, God of War. I mean, God of War
Oh
2018
yeah,
helped me get through COVID. Like, oh my God, dude, I put like probably 200, 300 hours in that game. That one did a lot too. And I remember starting at my old job and worked I had to take off for God of War Ragnarok drop and I said, yep, I gotta be home for God of War
I don't
Ragnarok.
blame you.
So I mean, and God of War
Respect that.
Ragnarok was I beat it like within 2 weeks. I want to say it was such a good game, and but I think my most here's gonna be a little crazy. You probably wouldn't think I know ball, but my favorite probably video game franchise of all time is Persona. Y'all ever heard of Persona?
Oh, I have
no, I
not.
haven't.
Really? So well,
No.
Yeah,
it's a JRPG series, and it's made by Atlas, which is a sub company of Sega.
okay,
I'm sure you know
yeah, I've
Sega,
heard of them.
and they make a lot of games, but Persona is like a really, really good story driven game. And you play as in each game is different. You play as a high school student, and so I played it when I was in high school. It made me like, oh man, I'm the MC. I'm ore farming as this character in high school. Is
Yeah,
what I'm joking
Yeah.
about. And so when I was playing the games, man, they had great stories, great music, and they're all just really well written. And you could easily like you probably can beat it, I'd say 100 hours, maybe 150. Like it's gonna be a long game, but dude, I'm telling you, it's worth it. I highly recommend it to both y'all. And the one to play
Wow.
is I actually got my laptop here. If I could show it right there, Persona 5. And that's like my number
Hardcore.
one. Yeah, no, I got two stickers because it's such a life changing game in my opinion. That's just one of them games like God of War, and Persona 5 is the
Yeah.
newest one. Like that's what made Persona popular. That's how I heard about it. I heard it from a friend, played it, loved it. I played the third one because they just remastered it. It was really good. But yeah, the first one or the fifth one, I highly recommend it. Persona 5 Royal. Anyone just who loves, you don't even have to be a JRPG fan or turn-based game fan. I mean, you just go there for
Yeah.
the story, have a good time. The gameplay is phenomenal. I love it. I mean, because you got like a duality kind of thing. You're a regular high school student
Hmm.
going to school. You got to study, go on dates, hang out with your friends. I mean, you got all these things you can do. Like you have to, it teaches you time management too, because you only get to do one thing a day or two things a day, one in the
Wow.
morning, one at night.
Okay. Wow.
So I mean, yeah, you got to plan it out. Like, okay, today I'm gonna level up my friend rank with whoever, and then that night I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to the other world, which they have like different kind of like crazy worlds. That's a whole lore thing, and you go there and fight demons and stuff, and it's really cool though. I mean, it's a cool concept. Great music. Can't stress it enough, man. I've known
Yeah.
the game for like 5 years now, so it's always been a part of me, man. Good story driven.
Wow.
I gotta say, I think music really does affect a game a lot, especially single player. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I can think of like the Halo franchise, man. Like they just had always had the music. When you first boot the game, you're like, all right, I know what I'm
Yeah,
getting into now.
yeah. When I
You're
was
like Red Dead, dude. Oh my god, so good.
Red Dead, I played my freshman year of college, man. Oh my gosh, that was so awesome, dude. I beat. But I'm
Isn't
gonna
it? It's
lie,
like a
no.
movie, dude.
Yeah, I can't lie, man. I definitely shed a tear when Arthur died, man. And I knew he was gonna
Same.
die, but like, I mean, just I still shed a tear because I'm like, man, it just was super
Yeah.
well done with the music. The music was super impactful and everything, and I'm just like, man,
Hmm.
that just it's very sad and very unfortunate, man. It's just his demise when he was trying to help John out and everybody else, and just kind of was destined for
Yeah.
failure, just like that. Some games are
Yeah.
just like that. You wish they'd change, but they're not like that. So
It's crazy, like these story writers, like the kind of stuff they come up with, man. It's just like that could have been like the
The
triple
Last
A
of Us.
movie.
yeah,
Yeah, The
no,
Last of Us, another one.
absolutely. No, there's a lot of American developers that do great on that. But I'm telling you, man, the Japanese JRPGs, man, them developers
Yeah. I'm
overseas,
sure
dude,
I
are
wouldn't love that.
phenomenal. Oh my
I,
gosh, dude. They're just
I'm a big anime lover, so
it's
I'm
I would say
sure
it's like
like a
an anime video game
JRPG.
kind
no,
of
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I'm
yeah, no,
sure
yeah,
I could be into
Persona
that.
Persona definitely is. It's I mean, they made an anime actually. If you don't feel like playing the game, you go watch the
Wow.
Oh,
anime. It's
okay.
on Funimation, but it don't hit it as much as the game. I'm telling you, go play the game.
Gotcha.
Get back with me next year. Get back with me next year, and we'll talk about it, man. We'll dedicate a whole episode. Like, oh man, this game was phenomenal. So it was awesome, and there's actually an internet slang term called post personal depression because it's that investment. You invest that much time and
Wow.
you're hanging out with everybody,
Sheesh.
and hanging out with all the people who feel like your friends, and then when you finish the game, you're like, oh well, man, I've just there goes my whole lifestyle.
Yeah,
It feels like you're losing a part of your
Empty.
stuff. I know, yeah, and just I mean, it's so true, dude. Because I remember when I finished Persona 5, dude, that
I
whole week,
understand
dude,
that.
I was sitting at like I kept watching videos because like, man, I need to keep going back to this
Consume more.
universe. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same kind of thing. Now I'll touch a little bit into it. Is I'm sure you guys like watch a lot of TV shows or stuff like that, or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so my biggest one, and another nerdy thing about me that I got this feeling with, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to get away from it because I hate the feeling of nostalgia or just like wanting to go back to a franchise you're missing
Yeah.
it. And there's a show
Yeah.
called Murder Drones. You all ever heard of it?
I
Mm-mm.
have not.
So growing up, how we were talking about YouTube's, do y'all remember this dude named SMG4?
Yeah.
So
No.
SMG4, he kind of made like today's coin would be brain rot stuff, but it was Mario. It was funny as hell. Oh my god, Josh,
Yeah.
did you find it funny?
Okay.
It was funny. I grew up
Yeah.
with that. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So when he got older in like 2018, 2019, he created this studio with his brother because they're from Australia called Glitch Productions, and they started making like full on story driven animated content, and we're like, whoa, man, this is a big step for indie animation. I mean, like they're becoming huge. I'm
Yeah.
sure y'all have heard of the Amazing Digital Circus. Have y'all heard of that show? Like it's been blowing up everywhere. Like it's like
I've
collected.
heard
Uh-uh.
about it.
I mean, it's been blowing up because it's gotten big. It's big with kids. It's on Netflix. I mean, it's a big deal, for indie development, and they're backed by the Australian government. Epic Games sponsors them. So
Wow.
no, dude,
Wow.
it's a big company. Like, and they're still indie though. Is what blows my mind. And so they've been making these shows, and I highly recommend this show too. You could watch it on YouTube for free or Prime Video. It's on either or. It's called Murder Drones, and it's about these robots in a post-apocalyptic world. You think it's the trope, but it actually, I'm not going to talk too much on it because it's kind of spoilers. But it spins itself on its head, and it has a really good kind of impersonation of kind of like, because you think it's going to be like Terminator, but it's not. And it's a very interesting
Yeah.
story. It's good animation. It's got good music, good songs, good story. But yeah, it's a good show, and it's kind of one of them things. You finish it, and you hear the final song, and you hear the finale, the final battle, and everything in the episode 8, which they have only 8 episodes. It's like 20 minutes each, so not that long. And you left with like a big, like, whoa, man, what did I just watch? And like, man, I need to keep
Yeah.
listening to music. It's and just kind of get all in that trope and all that. And that's how it feels like Persona all over again for me, because I'm going to work and all I'm doing is listening to the
Yeah.
freaking music, and I'm just like, all right, when can this end, man? It's already been going on a week, man. I'm like crying over like the movie, like it's someone just so close to me died or something. And I'm like, because they're only doing, to their knowledge, they're only doing one season, because the creator is like, all right, I told the
Yeah.
story, I'm done. And I respect that.
Yeah,
I mean, he told a
I
great
respect
story,
that.
so I mean, I don't feel like you need to oversaturate the stuff. But I mean, it's a huge
Yeah.
show. I mean, it's got like, I want to say like 280 million views on YouTube, like total. No,
Wow.
I'm saying, dude, it's definitely a big show. It just depends if you ever heard about it or not. But I mean, it's not new or nothing. It took them 3 years to finish the show. It came out in 2021. I remember when it aired, and I watched the pilot. I'm like, okay, it's pretty cool, and just kind of put it in the back shelf of my mind. And then over the last month, I watched them all, and I was like, holy cow, this is like a really good show. So I recommend that to everybody. So maybe
Yeah.
as
100%.
impactful.
Kind of speaking on music, man, I feel like every biker has like a playlist or like some type of music. He's
Yeah.
always got like, it's everyone I've ever rode with, like they got their mix.
Oh, buddy.
What would you say yours is?
Um, number one, I'm sure Josh, you listen to my podcast. My number one was Metallica. I mean, I love it.
Yep.
Oh
I
yeah.
saw them in Atlanta, dude, with Pantera and Suicidal Tendencies. They were
Oh
phenomenal.
nice.
Super, super lucky. And but literally, I have actually, this would be pretty funny. That can focus. Come on, focus. So I know
Pure rock.
Pure Rock
Pure Rock
2.0,
2.0.
and the picture is the dragon, but someone edited a Red Bull
Yeah.
thing over it, and so I got like
Oh my god.
444 hours of like just Metallica, AC/DC, Pantera. Like, I'm a big hard rock dude, and I also got like a night riding
Nice.
playlist. And here's another throwback. This is my night riding playlist. You know that picture? That's classic right there.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
That's me.
Yes,
That
sir.
was me and my buddies at night riding, dude. That's how it felt, man. We
Yes,
felt like the
sir.
baddest dudes around, just cruising through Huntsville or something.
There's
But yeah,
nothing like
oh
mobbing
my
out
god,
like late at
not
night.
Hmm.
not at all, dude. Yeah, I got those two are my favorite. I got a few, but those two are like my main ones. Like, after, like, I cut it strict. Like, if it was like from 6 a.m., 6 to 5, pure rock. After 5 o'clock, we're starting to get into the dark. All right, night riding coming on. Throw those LEDs
Yes,
on my
sir.
bike. Yeah, we cruising all night, baby. Listen to that. I don't know. It has some like Daft Punk. It's got some electro stuff on it. I
Okay,
love a
yeah,
little EDM
for
on there.
sure.
But yeah, I love a little bit of everything. I love a little like 90s hip hop. Um,
For
old
sure.
school, old school rock, AC/DC Metallica, like 80s and
Hmm.
90s rock, stuff like that. They still make some good stuff today. It just depends. And then, yeah, electro music. And then, yeah, listen, like I said, that song, that show Motor Drones kind of got me into a little bit of nightcore, is what they call it. But it sounds like
Yeah, I've
a
heard of
cross
Nightcore.
between like synth wave and like metal, and it's like mashed together. And I'm like, well, I love
Yeah.
both. I mean, of
Yeah.
course I'm going to love this. So it's a very, very interesting topic. Very cool music development. And I love music that tells a story. And because I was listening
For
to
sure.
Joe Rogan last night, and I listened or the night before last, where I lose track of time at this overnight job, I swear. And I was listening to him talk to James Hetfield from Metallica, the front man, and also
Yeah.
to Dave Mustaine,
Yeah.
or Mustaine, from Megadeth, because they got an album dropping next year in
Yeah.
January, and they're done. Megadeth's retiring after it, sadly.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't know
are.
that.
Yeah, that's the last album they claim. So a lot of people getting out of it. I feel like Metallica's got one more, and they're probably going to quit. So we'll see.
I'm
But
surprised they're still making
no, I
music, to
know,
be
I
honest.
agree.
Like, they are doing awesome.
They are. And so I was listening to them, and he was talking about vinyl. James Hetfield was, and how vinyl is just,
Hmm.
how much you like just laying on the floor, looking at the vinyl, and just sitting there listening to a record. He said that used to be me one day.
Yeah.
And so I feel like for us new gen guys, us, young adults or whoever's listening, the younger, we're Gen Z, right? That's what we are. It's like
Yeah.
Gen Z,
Yeah.
and listening to like Spotify and stuff, and trying to get the kind of idea, getting super invested into the music, stuff like that, and it really has an impact for sure. When you sit down,
Yeah.
listen to a whole album or a song, think about life, think about what your goals are, what you want to do. It really hones in. I feel like your focus whenever you listen to a song, and
Yeah.
Metallica does that
For
for me
sure.
because they're very emotional, and it's not just Metallica. There's a lot of songs out there that are super emotional like that. Some of the songs from
Hmm.
Murder Drone, some of the songs from Persona, God of War, a lot of these different songs, even from
Red
media,
Hot
or just
Chili
yes,
Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, man. Um, I mean, even some hip hop songs, man. Some of them were like, very kind of,
Yeah.
they call it G Funk, funny enough, and then it's
I love G Funk.
yeah, G Funk, and just like Warren G, man, Nate
I
Dogg,
love
Snoop
Warren G.
Dogg,
I got Doggy
yeah,
Style vinyl.
there you
They
go,
re-released it. It's above my computer right now.
yeah. It's just it's a very very cool just kind of iteration of music really brings people together for one,
For
and
sure.
also just really it's very interesting stuff, 100%. So
I always think of me and Josh going to PRI and my Camaro back when it was running, man. It's like always playing. Like I had an
Mac
album picked
Miller.
out. Like we're listening to this album, whether it's, yeah, I'm a big rap guy. So like
yeah,
Eminem come out with Music to Be Murdered By, and I couldn't get enough of that. So
yeah.
like play that or Snoop Dogg or
Mac Miller.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, Mac Miller. I've burnt up.
Yeah, I found out something kind of, bringing it back to classic rock. My coworker, he just went to a Cleveland. Is it Credence? I'm not good with
Credence,
classic rock.
Credence.
Clearwater Reliable
Yeah.
CCR.
CCR, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Credence
Yeah.
Clearwood. Wow, I
So
didn't know they're
he
still
was at
around.
one of their. Yeah, dude, crazy man, right? Well, the lead singer, he was talking like before he got on with his set, and he was like, I've been fighting for my rights to my songs for so
Hmm.
long, and this, that, and the other. He was like, and I beat him, and I'll tell you how I beat him. He said, I outlived him. So since now everybody's dead, it's just him. So like he has all the rights finally to the songs he wrote. It's really cool because now his kids are doing rock music. So
Cool.
he went on
Yeah,
tour with his kids to like as the openers. It's really really cool. I like it's like you were talking about earlier, riding with your dad. I'm sure they're getting like the same feeling
yeah,
because that's super cool, man. To like
absolutely.
continue that
Can you
legacy.
imagine your dad is CCR? Like
Yeah,
that has got to be the coolest thing ever.
absolutely.
I was gonna say Jordan. I wish Jordan could relate with some of the bike music, the hard metal stuff. But I do know what his bike playlist is. He talking
Ha.
about bumping some Gwen Stefani.
I mean, there ain't nothing
Dude,
wrong
I
with
love the
that.
white girl music.
I mean, I got a buddy of
Don't get me
mine.
started.
I got a buddy of mine like that, and I always make fun with that. But I can't lie. I mean, uh, what's that song? I'm gonna look it up right quick. There's this one on my night playlist, and I only listen to white girl music at night because it's a different vibe when you're in the city lights,
Yeah. Nah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. I want to say I gotta go all the way down. I want to say it's called "Make You Mine" because I was playing Fortnite with my buddies one night, and they
Oh,
put that,
I think I know who you're
and
talking
yeah, he
about.
put that song on, and I was like, damn, this has got a really good beat to ride a bike at night.
Mm-hmm.
Make You
What's
Mine,
that? What's the Gwen Stefani song you listen to, Jordan? I can't remember it.
Make You Mine, Madison Beer.
I thought that was
Love
it,
You Like a
but
Love Song.
I don't. I'll have to look it up, man. It's gonna bother me, but yeah,
I wanna
I'll
love you like a.
because
Oh
I'm
no,
listening
The
to it and
Sweet
I'm like,
Escape with Akon.
yeah, Sweet Escape. Yeah, all
Akon. I
right,
love
this is a
Akon.
decent song. I ain't gonna hate. This got beat.
Yeah, it's got some. I got
Dude,
some pretty good ones.
Eminem. Like I love all of
Absolutely.
anything with Akon in it. I like.
I got
Like
some
even
gorillas
my
too.
wife. Huh? What is it?
What is it?
Gorillas. You ever heard of gorillas?
Oh
They have a
yeah,
virtual
I like
band. They've been
Gorillas.
Yeah.
around for a while. Them and here's another one. It's talk about nerdy. Y'all know who Hatsune Miku is? The dang Vocaloid artist. You probably heard a song or something. Oh, dang! I feel a little singled out now because I thought maybe
I
y'all
feel like
would.
the name. I feel like I've heard the name, but no, I don't know
One of
him.
y'all open a tab and look up who Hatsune Miku is, or just probably Miku. It's a girl with like
Hatsune
it's an
Miku.
anime looking girl with like long blue hair. Y'all have had to see her somewhere. But I mean,
Oh,
she makes
yeah,
she
I
makes
have
Oh
seen
she
yeah.
makes music though, which I mean, it's like an AI program. Which I mean, it's been around for a long time, like
Mhm.
20 years. But they use that program to make songs, and they put her in Fortnite. And I listened to her, and so I'm like, oh damn, this shit goes pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this on my
Dude, some
playlist. Yeah. So yeah,
some of the AI songs, I'm not even gonna lie, I love it. Like my wife, I don't know where she saw it, maybe TikTok, but like she was just bumping like Plankton singing Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is it's like a metal version of it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And like he's got this whole album of like metal version of SpongeBob characters singing popular songs from I'm like, this rocks.
Oh,
Like,
that's
no
funny.
kidding.
Yeah, no, I've seen some funny AI ones. Man, them AI videos were really funny when people were making those.
I never would have thought this is what would have came from AI. I can't lie, but I'm here
I hope
for
it
it.
stays that way. I don't want my whole world to be blown up by AI. I kind of want to,
Skynet.
you know, I
Yeah.
kind of want to become a pro motorcycle racer first. Then you can blow me up so I can say I've done it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I need some time. You know, let us live a little bit. You know, we all got dreams. So
Right.
For
I
sure.
don't want Arnold Schwarzenegger banging on my door saying it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
I need the keys. You go any motorcycle keys.
Hit the road, dude. Yeah, he
Hit the road,
he
dude.
shows up. I ain't got no street bike, man. I ain't got nothing to lose, man. He shows up. I'm gonna try to fight for that Harley's guy, that Harley fat boy, man. I'm gonna take that.
Oh,
bike.
yeah.
Give me that key.
Give me that lever action too while you're at it.
Yeah.
That shotgun, man. That's Terminator. What a badass man.
Terminator
Cool.
2,
Yeah,
right?
Terminator 2.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
Very classic movie.
Way
I like
ahead
that
of
one.
its time.
I like that one way better than the first one, dude. It was way
Oh,
better.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Such a good one. Such a good one, man.
That nuke dropping was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, and the other two, you're just so confused what's going on. So
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember if it was which one it was, man. I remember I was like a kid with my dad, and we went to the movies and watched one, and I just could not follow it. I was like, what is going on?
I think you're talking about Dark Fate, came out like in 2018, and it had the original Sarah Connor in it, and it had Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Nah, this would have
Terminator.
been before.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, no,
I remember
still
that
had
one.
It had
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in it still. Yeah, that's probably 24. I don't know. Yeah, 2014, something like that.
Yeah, it was about
And
2014.
they had,
probably.
I can't remember if it was Josh Connor or John Connor's son or something. And yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's called Genesis. I want to say Terminator Genesis or something.
Yeah,
like
it might
that
have
one
been
was a weird one, but the
Genesis.
newest one was weird too because they had Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator. They had the Sarah Connor's character in it. Then they had another Terminator character in it, and then they had another Terminator character in it. And all them four
Jeez.
people couldn't handle one new gen Terminator, which is weird. Like how it was like the
That
new
is
gen. So,
crazy.
yeah. They had three Terminators. Yeah, three Terminators in the final girl character versus one Terminator. They couldn't even handle it, so they got their stuff rocked. So pretty crazy. And like the
Terminator is just like a never-ending story. I'm
Yeah.
convinced.
And plus, I think because that's where a lot of people. I'm not sure if you ever played Fortnite. That's where like the main dude, Donald Mustard, got the story concept for it. And a lot of other movie stories too is from Terminator because it has
Really?
a time loop. If you think about it,
Yeah.
because
Not know that.
John Connor, he sends the robot back in time
Yeah.
to protect Sarah Connor, his mom, and then Sarah Connor and John Connor are. No, that don't make no sense. They hooked up, that'd be kind of fucked up. Hang on, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. They're unrelated. They're unrelated. No. John
Mhm.
Connor, his friend was Kyle or something, and he sends him back in time, Kyle, to stop the robot, and then Kyle and Sarah hook up, and that's how John was made. So that's
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the Terminator
Mhm.
goes back in, and then it's a time loop. It's a constant time loop. So they stop it.
Yeah.
They stop the world from ending, yet it ends anyway, and it's a constant time loop. Like it's a paradox.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's what's so interesting about it. It never ends. So each movie has like a different take on it. That's why Terminator is so interesting. Like sometimes like
It's like Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I ain't never watched Attack on Titan. I watched like nine episodes of the first season to impress a girl. That's about all I did. So
I'm
Been
gonna
there,
have to
done
go-
that.
I'm gonna have to go and watch Terminator now. I feel like I'm missing out on something crazy.
it's a
Oh,
good movie.
dude, you never watched
It's
it?
a good movie. I say just watch the first two. If you watch the first two, that'd be good
Yeah,
enough.
especially number 2, man.
Yeah,
You
number
would
two's the
like
best
that
one.
one.
Honestly, you could probably just watch the second one and be fine. But I mean, you're not gonna
Yeah,
know what's going
that's
on.
the first one I watched.
Yeah, you're not gonna know what's going on though. I mean, well, you could put two together, but like the first one, gives you the world. It gives you the what's
Yeah.
All the lore.
the world breaking and all that, giving all the stuff going on. But yes,
Huge, yeah.
it's absolutely incredible.
Well, brother, you want to tell our listeners where they can find you, your podcast, anything you want to plug, shout out?
Absolutely. All my socials are at SquiddKidd22. I want to say they all are. I got YouTube. You can follow us on. We have my personal account with SquiddKidd22 or SquiddKidd Racing should pop up. Should be the only one on there. I hope. Might need a copyright if I not. And then, but yeah, I mean, I got a logo and everything, trying to get stuff in order. But I mean, I got a YouTube channel. Don't really make nothing on it, but you're welcome to follow if you want to. I got that Twitch. Don't got Twitter. I got Instagram, Facebook. You can add me on Facebook by looking up my name, Gavin Huffman. SquiddKidd won't pop up. Yeah, you can follow my podcast. It's called the SquiddKidd Chronicles here on Spotify. And that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate y'all having me on the show, man. I had a great time talking to
Yeah,
y'all.
absolutely. It's awesome
Absolutely,
talking
man.
to you, Gavin.
Absolutely. Pleasure
And
meeting both
guys,
y'all.
go check out Gavin. Go show him some love.
Yeah.
Show him. You know, he's a smaller podcast just like us. Go show him some love. The more we can spread this community, the better. If you like motorcycles or music or gaming, got it all over there. So yeah, guys, go check out Gavin. And with that being said, guys, I will throw it to an outro, and we will catch you in the next one. Brother, what are you still doing here? Check out some of these social medias below me. If you're not following, go change that today.